Should I be scared of the coronavirus when I get infected by COVID-19, aka the Chinese virus, aka Kung Flu? Whatever, April 18th, 19th, I don't know what fucking day it is. But the scare is still on. I'm here in Los Angeles, under quarantine, lockdown. And, I've tattooed, I've served honorably in the Marine Corps, and I flipped burgers. And only while flipping burgers, I didn't wear gloves. I'm trying to think, no, I didn't. I was a back cook. Putting the McGriddle on, the McNuggets, and whatever the hell meats, whatever the hell look like meats on the grill. And it's interesting when I see again, we never saw this coming, because whether I'm flipping burgers or tattooing, and especially in the Marine Corps, we go over NBC warfare, nuclear, biological, chemical. Tattooing, we're talking about airborne pathogens, bloodborne pathogens, MRSA, hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, F, G, skin rashes, cross-contamination, and I just knew that shit was out there. And like the joke goes by Anthony Jeselnik, whenever I have sex with a new chick, always assume that she has AIDS. That way I don't have to tell her about my AIDS. Same. No, but with that mindset, when I use a public restroom, usually have a paper towel or a piece of newspaper that you pick up dog shit with. I don't just pick it up with newspaper. I get my little plastic bag and I fold up some newspaper so that I could touch it with it in case there's a hole in the bag. I don't have shit on my fingers. And but when I'm about to piss somewhere, I like opening the door handle. I like using the door handle. I like opening the door while using the newspaper to hold the door handle. And then locking it and then pissing. And I'm thinking of all these places that I've pissed and shit all over the world. And I like going to toilets to piss, to fucking pull my shit out and piss. Not these urinals that fucking are open. Some stranger can pull up right next to you and look at your shit, and you aim at the B and have piss ricochet off the urinal. Just a bathroom moment there. I think Julio was telling me a story that they were actually shitting. That they were shitting at the had someone peeping through the crease in the crack of the door at them. So anyways, I don't touch when I flush the toilet, I also flush with my foot, the bottom of my shoe, and you don't want to turn on. Again, I'm holding this whole same piece of folded newspaper or paper towel as I'm touching the sink nozzle, the sink to turn on the water and get soap. And again, I did that pre-corona, man, and now I see people wearing gloves just to walk to the store, just to walk to the bus, to wait for an Uber, walking their dogs, McDonald's. And I think, wait, what the fuck? You know, and I need to check the casualty numbers because I sort of got bored with them. Because days ago it was 10,000 infected, around 10,000 infected here in Los Angeles. I'm not scared or worried about it. You know why? You know, there's 12 million motherfuckers here just in Los Angeles. Just in Los Angeles, 12 million. And 10,000 infected, not dead. I think it was approaching 900 dead. But let's just say it's 10,000 dead, right? Dead. But what are the odds out of 12 million? Let me see. Look right here. Look, 12. Use my imagination. 12. 0, 0, 0. That's 12,000. What is it? 100. That's 12 million right there. 10,000. One out of 1,200, basically, of dying. And that's if they all died, right? But they're not. And then you have a 93% success rate of recovering from it. You know, if you're at home, you know, I still think, and I'm pretty sure every supermarket, grocer, Pavilions, Ralph's, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, I'm pretty sure with their staff, because I've asked some of these people that work at grocery stores, you know, how they feel if anyone's died or infected. And I went to this one supermarket where I'm familiar with a lot of the staff. They say, yeah, you know, everyone here, no one's gotten sick, and there's some aisles there, some areas there, and it has a line to get in there. You know, there's still a line there ever since the whatever the fucking lockdown or quarantine, whatever the fuck. Now my corona's kicking in. You know, people, you know, no one's gotten ill, and not till maybe 3 days ago, 4 days ago. What? That's Friday. So that's Saturday, Sunday. Just a week ago, where issues, masks being were mandated in Los Angeles to be worn in all essential businesses. Yeah, so for weeks that were, you know, right next against people that were breathing, and if you do this, take a deep breath, and have corona, right? That means whether it's small breaths or big breaths, you know, the corona it's spreading and it's living on surfaces. It's in the air. It's staying in one area. I think my dog's saying corona's a psychological and biological weapon. which will be the upcoming video. But yeah, I think because of that, there's really a big threat, man, that you'll get infected. Now, do I think coronavirus exists? Yeah, I think it does. But the chances of you dying, first getting infected, just getting infected, not dying, getting infected, 1 out of 1,200. And I'm like, what the fuck? Pardon the interruption. I think my dog is barking at Corona in the air. But yeah, I think, look, if you're diabetic, you smoke, you don't eat your veggies, um, and you sleep on a bus stop, I think you're more likely to get infected if if I sit on that same bus stop with you and I eat my veggies. I'm not diabetic and I don't smoke. Just with the immune system being compromised. I'm no doctor. I'm no physician. I'm not even a foot doctor. I'm not even a psychologist or a therapist or massage therapist or nothing. Nothing. But I think with all these people being saying that blacks and Hispanics are being, it's a racist disease, are being more affected by it. And I think blacks, there's a shit called soul food, diabetes, smoking, Hennessy, Colt 45. No, I'm not saying every fucking Negro does that, man. But some of our life choices make us weaker. Make our bodies weaker. And I was reflecting on that because I think, man, all these people that are stressed out, man, and don't think because you fucking eat gluten-free, organic, locally sourced, polarized water, whatever that shit is, alchemized, that you're fucking scot free, because I see one of you motherfuckers again. That remember that white boy that almost fell down to his knees. Luckily, his buddy was there to pick him up and say, "No, that's okay. There's more stuff." But this dude almost fell to his knees and said, "Oh no, why are they out of this stuff?" And to put it low, maybe I'll say that this other supermarket that I went to, I'll say maybe that they were at 60%. That's me thinking low, extremely low. Exactly. I still remember from that visit, I got 2 whole chickens. 2 whole chickens. And I got two or three loaves of bread. And those were gold for me. And then I went around to see anything else I could just spice up this bread and chicken. So yeah, now I wouldn't doubt that motherfucker could, his immune system could be as weak as the motherfucker that's smoking as diabetic. But generally speaking, if you fucking make your mind strong, that you'll recover, man. That you'll stay strong. I'm thinking back of this one of my mentors who again broke both legs, fractured, I forget 3, 5, or 8 ribs, and almost ripped his intestines apart internally, strained his internal organs. was paralyzed. Um, he thought he would never walk again because he was paralyzed, but eventually his body got better, and now this motherfucker, this man can do not only more but clean pull-ups than more pull-ups and cleaner pull-ups than I can, and now he shows other people um, his tricks, not his tricks but his methods, man, in fitness and in nutrition, and more importantly psychologically, because I know people that are shit slimmer waist, bigger shoulders, nicer tan, nicer car, you know, bigger squat, much more impressive deadlift weight, who don't have, I don't know how to describe this. And it's not charisma. It's not that. But he has this presence, and it's not great. It's humble, but it's there. You know he's there. And if you want shit done, there he is, man. But there's a dude whose body was literally broken, and it chose to recover and get stronger, man. And I think when we I know I'm not here to rub your belly and tell you everything's gonna be okay, buddy. No, I'm not. I'm not. That's for you to believe that, to understand. Yeah, you could have been born Paris Hilton, and your your toughest obstacle in life could have been like, oh no, they ran out of um, macchiatos, whipped cream, and chocolate sprinkles out of your local Starbucks while you were about to get your spray tan. Um, I'm getting distracted here because I'm thinking about this one chick that actually had arguing with her dad, and the dad's like, bought you your car, your groceries, paid for your college, and you're fucking pissed off. What's wrong with you? Something like that. And the chick's still mad. And I thought, man, um, if I had a dad, you know what? If I had a dad that gave me a car and paid for my college, paid for my groceries, dang, where would I be? If I had a dad that gave me a car, where would I be? If I had a dad, where would I be? If I had grown up with leadership, where would I be? And again, no, I'm not here for you to rub my belly and hold my hand, because um, through experience, a bit of luck, a bit of mentoring, a bit of action, life, choosing decisions, I chose not to marinate on that. And some people will say, man, well, you talk shit all this time, man. You just can't let go of the past. Do you want me to be like these other YouTubers that there's one family that I really like. Him, his wife, and his kids are like, hey, YouTube family, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I think, hey, wait, we're family, man. I see there's no strangers at your house under quarantine. No homeless. No one that you give in a free giveaway to if you're broken down and need some money. No, I don't see no one back in the guest house. Will Smith has a huge house, man. I like looking at his property, and he's earned it. I'm a capitalist, but don't call me family, part of the community. I'm not gonna call myself family or part of the community or part of the tribe. if if I have this big patch of land, this big old mansion, big ass property, if I have a spare room or even just a spare closet, and you're homeless, and we get along, or you're a fan, or we're buddies. I'm not gonna preach about giving and all of that if I don't even offer that up, man. I'm losing my train of thought because there's just so many emotions here, and I think there's people that are so scared that are saying no, we should not open up the economy. um, Michigan, and I think three other states, um, they want to reopen, and the citizens they're all Democrat too, Democrat governors, and they're all saying, we've already reached our peak. We need to get back to work. We don't want your handouts. We want to work and produce and make shit happen. And you know, and the protesters say, the sick are in the hospitals, and if they're sick, they're also just staying at home, and we could social distance. And again, if you think, look, if this disease was really that fatal, I would have caught it by now. Again, like there's 12 million motherfuckers, right, where I'm at, 12 million, and um, I've limited my grocery runs to what, once a week now. I don't know if I should go tomorrow, the day after, because usually probably won't be on the weekend, because usually on the week on the weekend, for some fucking reason, the lines are longer. I think it's just people's habits. But um, I should have caught it, and like I said, none of the people that work the groceries have caught it. And they did tell me that one person did go to the doctor because they were feeling sick, and because they were diabetic, even bigger. And no, got tested for COVID, got the actual test negative. So I thought, good, it's again, this is before the masks were being before masks were law. And yeah, they're all alive and healthy, and good for them, man. I couldn't do their job. You push me. Again, I don't give a fuck if you're there with your fucking buddy, or your fucking 6'10", big ass fucking muscles. Hey, fucker. Hey, watch out. Don't push. Move that shit out the way. Excuse me. No. If I'll step up to 5 motherfuckers and elbow one motherfucker, say what? Yeah. Or keep on walking around like, what the fuck, get the fuck out of my way. You're nothing to me. Fuck it. Um, I read this interesting meme. It said, yeah, because me, I don't say I'm offended, but I do think, like, there are things that I don't like. But I think when you say you're offended, you're telling everyone, look, I can't control my emotions by that, so we all need to stop and keep doing that. that being offended is immature. So I think I don't like things, but I don't think we ever straight up said that offends me. Stop it. Um, yeah, but I couldn't do that job. Um, and yeah, I'd be uniting motherfuckers probably for hazard pay. And probably the only, even to the point to try to convince the manager. But then again, I'm not paying. I wouldn't have that sort of money to say, look, if you get fired, I got this thousands of dollars for everyone that saved up to give each one $10,000 each to go on strike. I'm trying to think what strike. There's so many strikes here in Los Angeles: bus drivers, fast food workers, servers, waiters, teachers. That when there is strike, that people actually, you know what? Even the supermarket, Ralph's, was it Ralph's? The people that own Ralph's, but Ralph's is a supermarket chain. I remember years ago that fucking it's over a decade ago. I remember they were trying to fight for better pay, and I don't like that fucking grocery store. I don't like that fucking chain for the most part. The most fucking part. What gets me in there are the sales, but most of the time that I go in there, I have shitty fucking cashiers with shitty attitudes, and usually I look for two two particular cashiers that are there because they really care about their job. They really care about also even their life. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. How can I help you? I will just let me know. Did you find everything that you're looking for today? And if they're not busy wiping down the counter or organizing shit, then it's direct eye contact when they're asking you and they're waiting for an answer. Other people are like other cashiers that are just won't even acknowledge your existence, won't even give you a hello. And if it wasn't for you buying shit, they wouldn't be in business. And yeah, I couldn't do that, man, because I'd fucking I'd lose my cool. Definitely would lose my cool. And for that pay, fuck that. Every one day I made a shiny nickel at a tattoo shop, and someone said, "Man, you're so lucky, man. You got paid that much to do that." And I said, "Hey, did you see how many people I tattooed yesterday?" He's like, "Yeah, but that's when you were working on that painting, right?" It's like, "Yeah. Why do you think I was working on that painting all day? Because they tattooed no one." So you're basically dividing the slow time by the high times, and no, you just keep at it, man. The people that tap out, and we'll see what happens right now because this economy, this economic landscape, it's gonna change. It's gonna change. Some business will be closed for good. I don't doubt that some shops, what they may have spoiled goods, spoiled. I'm trying to think. Even this one shop has chips, right? But their main thing isn't chips. It's a lot of shit there. I'm just thinking, how much of that shit is no good? Does it expire? I'm trying to think everything now, even in the liquor store. Swishers, top wraps. It's funny that weed is in Los Angeles, in California. Is it Los Angeles, California? I think it's California that it's essential, so that business is open and sales are up. And people just want to numb it out. And they think, what the fuck? But that's smart. Politicians know, hey, we need to numb the all these losers that are just too weak to have thoughts to themselves, man. We need to numb them, keep them numbed. And yeah, I like smoking weed. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend 20 or 40 bucks, 60, just so I could chill out. Fuck that. Chill out for a few hours. But yeah, this big corona thing, yeah, it exists. But so does herpes, AIDS, pneumonia. Um, I'm not too sure the swine flu is gone. I caught that years ago. That literally felt like, again, like I slipped on the floor, landed on concrete, landed on my forehead, and then everybody kicked me. A bunch of people kicked me with boots on all over my body, except let's see, maybe the back of my head, maybe the back of my head, the back of my hands, and the bottom of my feet. That's probably what only did not ache. And I was laying down for 2 or 3 days. I think just eating what, a couple of little soups and Gatorade and water, ice water, and got better. But all that shit's out there, man. Plus, look, drunk drivers. Look, since the quarantine here in Los Angeles, call 911 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Call the cops 3 times. Once because I almost got run over by a motherfucker that took a red light speeding. Another one because that motherfucker was drag racing on the street that I was walking my dog, and almost hit me. Then another motherfucker, and then a fucking car. And this motherfucker was going so fast on the small street. I'm not talking about a main street, a small street, that I couldn't even get the fucking plate. And this year I've had to have my gun ready, man. This pre-corona times, just because it's Los Angeles, and I work and operate out of just places where all these politicians say that they care about you. Pelosi says the immigrant would care about you. Fuck that, man. All these celebrities get their ideas for their songs and culture. The people. It's interesting. No, man, look, don't worry about it. There's a lot of shit out there that can kill you, that will kill you. Yes, Corona can kill you, right? But the odds are tiny, tiny, tiny. That doesn't mean get butthole naked, get on the bus, start jacking off, rub your butthole on the handrail, lick the doorknobs to every bathroom door, and you'll be okay. No, dumbass. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Just don't let people cough in your face. Fuck Corona. There's all sorts of shit out there. So it's probably more to be continued because this is a huge topic.